Hello everybody and welcome back to another WoT Tanks PlayStation 4 video. We're back in the E-75. We have the Top Gun, that's right. I told you the other day we had the 128mm unlocked. And here is a game in it. This was my second game with the Top Gun. I'd already spent the entire day playing this tank with the gun before it, the 105, and just having tons of beast games, getting very high average damage. It was doing wonders for my my WN8. And that wasn't even fully upgraded. Now we got it fully upgraded, and this happened. And yeah, it's a pretty good one. So enjoy. You can see there we go. We've got that 13-second reload, which is the hallmark of the Top Gun. It has a bit of a higher pen, higher damage, longer reload, longer aim time, kind of as you'd expect, really. Pretty sort of standard all-round upgrade. And it's been working very nicely for me. I haven't done enough games with the new gun yet to decide. I don't know if it's. I guess this one must. I haven't done the numbers, but I assume this one has better DPM. It feels like it must do, but yeah, I don't know. I can't see how I'd prefer using the other gun, but you never know. I was having a lot of good games in it, but then I had this one, which was better than all of them. So anyway, Prokhorovka. We've driven up to here. It's a spot I quite like to go to, because it's a lot flatter than the other side, so you can tend to get shots out across over there. You can get shots across over onto the sort of 1-2 line sometimes. You go early shot onto the Tiger, go for it, bounces. Maybe rush that a little bit. If I'd rejigged my tank a little bit, I could have tried to put it into the side of his turret more, but I was a little bit anxious about getting hit in the side by that T10, so rushed a little bit, decided to push up, find the shot on the side, there we go, 467, nice roll there. It bounced 2 shots in the side from tanks over there. That is the main concern when you're over here, is people hitting you from up there. And at this stage in the game, 1 damaging shot in, a lot of their enemy tanks, well, some of their enemy tanks going up there, and only 1 of ours on that side. I felt like I was going to be in a pretty bad position, because maybe T29, fire on the turret. Just moving in and out quickly here, because I'm very anxious that if I was those guys over on the 0 line, I'd be looking to shoot me, because that aside on E-75 from there is a juicy target to go for. But so that's why I'm trying to keep myself kind of half-angled between these guys, half-angled between the hill. And we'll see what we can do. Oh, enemy E-75 spotted. Aim on in, waiting. Feels like it takes forever to aim in with this gun, but it's really worth it. There we go, nice roll again. Got a friend here who's a little bit too close for comfort, but we'll just keep doing our thing and work with that. Go T-54 up on the hill, sitting very still. Bang, 481. Nice hit into the side of him. Managing to bounce another shot. A message from a guy. Hey, you watching? I show you on YouTube? Thanks, man. I hope you're watching. Leave a comment if you are. Here we go, bounce some more shots. T-54 up on the hill. But the E-75, he's an E-75 looking sideways like that, definitely got to be priority target. There's a very juicy looking thing to shoot at. 486, so nice. But you can see my team's charged through. Looks like we're just going to roll over them completely, but the numbers on the teams are quite even, and my whole team's going up the 1-2 line, and it's basically me and 1 other tank against pretty much their whole team on this side. And well, what tank would I rather be in at tier 9 than an E-75? I don't think there's anything really. So we see if we can find a side shot into the WZ. The Wuzzer. Nothing happening. The E-75 just does not learn his lesson. The 3rd time I've shot him once in the hatch that he let me aim in, and then 3 times into the side of the turret. Real poor play from him there. Not his greatest day. So their E-75's taken down, one of the biggest threats to me, or to our team really. And whilst 30 seconds ago it looked like our team was just going to absolutely stomp up the 1-2 line and flank everyone, they've actually got pegged back pretty badly, and the heavies they've got on this little bit here, plus that TD at the back, I think, have been dishing out quite a bit of damage to my team. So I decided to push up and try and help out, try and get a shot on the T29. Doesn't work out. I'm just trying to help my team out a little bit and try and clear some of these tanks that are holding them down. Still very conscious of taking shots from up on the hill, which is why I'm wiggling around like a crazy man in the face of a T29, which in itself isn't very threatening at all. But it's that WZ up there that I don't really want to get an easy hit on me. Just trying to find that hit on the T29. Then, surprise happens. Okay, and they've got someone on the cap. This is when I remember that you can actually now drive through under the bridge on Proc. You don't have to crest the hill. So surprising someone got there without getting spotted, but they did. There you go. It's a T44. We can patiently aim in. Bang! Look at that. A 1118 ammo rack. Absolutely disgusting behaviour, for which I can only apologise, but that's not bad for my second game with the gun, is it? Nice little bit of luck there. Very powerful gun. So thankfully they've not really got anyone who, because of my teammate's position in that kind of E2 area, they can't really push tanks over to shoot me in the butt. So I'm able to drive over here and get some nice shots on these guys. We've got Type 61 who's pushed through, and he's got a mate who's about to join them. We've put, there we go, 2 nice hits into him. There's that WZ from the same clan as the Type 61, also the same clan as the E-75, who I took for pretty much all of his health. He very kindly parks in front of his teammate at this stage to protect him, then starts shooting at me. They both get unspotted. They're somehow out of my spotting range. But, you know, that's not a huge deal. We'll decide to go for this T54 because he's a one-shot and he's going to the cap, so we get him out of the game and refocus on these guys. They're putting a little bit of damage into me here, it's probably the only mistake, how modest, but one of the mistakes I could pick out from here is the WZ wasn't really covering the guy behind. I could have aimed and finished off that Type 61 and took the gun out of the game over his head, which would have been a much more sensible thing to do in this situation, but don't know, didn't really occur to me. I guess he wasn't spotted the whole time, so the shot would have been a little bit tricky. But getting a gun out of the game really should have been priority. I'm a little bit under-angled there as well. But I think it's the guy at the back firing Prem that was actually doing the damage, which is the majority of the damage I took this game, certainly from those two guys. There you go, another damaging shot from him, but now he hasn't really got anywhere to hide, and he's got a very squishy turret. And we can finish him off, and that leaves us on 137 health, which is probably the lowest health that I've been on out of any of the replays we put up recently in the E-75. It takes a lot to damage this tank, but we have fired a crap ton of ammunition. We've done 15 damaging shots, one of which was an ammo rack for over 1,000. And we're on 5 kills. There's one enemy tank remaining. He's all the way up the other end of the battlefield, and he's dead. That is Sonicraft. That was the guy who sent the message, was the last guy alive. There you go. What do you think damage-wise for that? 7,121 and 4,670 blocks as well. Mastery badge. That was also my first mark. That was my first mark game as well, which is a nice coincidence to get that just after unlocking the Top Gun, and on my first mastery badge with the Top Gun, my first beast game in this tank as well, and a nice cool headed for the amount of ricochets I got. And a steel wall, which you'll seem to get pretty much every game in this tank, because it's pretty solid. I don't know if I've got that point across. There you go, 1987 base XP, very nice amount of base XP. So my second mastery badge I've had in that tank. I had one with one of the much lower guns. So hopefully that's a sign of things to come and not just huge amounts of luck. There's certainly luck involved in that sort of situation, but pretty crazy to... didn't expect to sit there in the middle and just walk out that with so many hit points against so many of the enemy teams sat there. They never really rushed, they never really ganged up on me, but yeah, just extraordinary really. The amount of damage you can put out with that gun is just absolutely sickening. It just destroys them. It could put out good damage anyway just because of the armor. You could stay alive long enough, but now it's got that Top Gun on. Oh my god, it's going to be so much fun grinding for the E100. I can't wait to do it. It's going to be really fun to play. I'm definitely going to keep this tank after I get the E100. I think my plan at the moment is probably throw this good crew, chuck good old Robert Assman, or Rupert Assman, god, I can't even remember his name. Chuck old Rupert into the E100, grind out the 3 marks on the E100, and then probably shove the crew back in the E75 and just leave one of my 4 or 5 skill German crews in the E100. At least that's the plan anyway. I certainly feel like, from what I've heard and what I know about the E100, I don't think it's going to beat enjoyment levels for me compared to the E75, but we'll see. And It's enjoyable to take out. I think I took out pretty much all the hit points on all 3 of those guys from that platoon as well, from that clan. So, sorry, Team Blind. We'll meet on the battlefield again and try and square things out. Nice one. All right, well, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.